You know, there's a fine line between building your dream home and accidentally constructing the Iowa version of the Winchester Mystery House, and Cole the CORNSTAR. He didn't just cross that line, he wants to put in radiant heated marble tile, 2 spiral staircases, and an elevator suggestion box right on top of it. Let's start where the internet collectively lost it, the spiral staircases. If you've ever had one, you know the rule, it's magical the first 3 times. You think you're in a European castle. Then reality hits, you're carrying laundry, tripping over a cat, and questioning every architectural decision you've ever made. Now multiply that by 2 spiral staircases. 10 feet apart, who needs a Fitbit when your house is designed like a cardio test, and people noticed. Comment after comment said the same thing, forget the spiral staircases. Get an elevator. As a wheelchair user, I appreciate accessibility. Man, this house is a maze. One viewer called it the Winchester Mansion of Iowa, and honestly, they weren't exaggerating. This house is huge, not just farm big, but I hope you have a GPS for the hallway big. We're talking multiple levels, a movie theater bump out, a gym, ceilings that would make a cathedral jealous, and apparently enough rooms for a small liberal arts college. One person joked, "You're going to need an intercom just to find your kids." Another added, "Multiple spiral staircases plus lots of kids equals many doctor's visits." I mean, they're not wrong. Let's just visualize this for a second. You're on the 2nd floor, standing in the hall. You can hear the faint sound of a movie playing somewhere below, maybe it's the theater, or maybe that's the gym because apparently, they share a wall. You want to go downstairs. Do you take spiral staircase number 1 or spiral staircase number 2? Pick wrong, and congratulations, you're now in the mudroom instead of the kitchen, with no snacks and no idea how to get back. People in the comments said it best, the old house was big enough. Now it's just a mansion, or maybe a hotel. Hope you've got money for the heat bill. And that last one? Oh, they're right. All those soaring ceilings and open spaces There's a bump out that half the comment section thinks should be a popcorn bar. One person even suggested adding a kitchenette just for movie snacks, because apparently, the kitchen's too far to reach in this labyrinth, and honestly, that's the problem. It's a YouTube house, not a live-in house. Every room looks great in isolation, perfect for thumbnails and time-lapse montages, but when you connect them all together, it's chaos. A maze of hallways, staircases, random bump-outs, and ceiling voids. You can almost imagine future guests wandering through it like, "Hey, do you know where the bathroom is?" "Oh yeah, it's just down the spiral, past the gym, through the movie theater. Up 2 steps, and then left at the kitchenette that shouldn't exist." It's big. It's bold. It's also baffling, and the scale? We're talking 3 floors, massive square footage, and so much framing that one commenter said, "Them kids will be graduated before this house is done." Someone else wrote, "This isn't a house, it's a small city. You'll need a cleaning staff." And they're right. The more footage Cole posts, the clearer it gets. This is less a home and more a YouTube content generator. Every wall, every frame, every room is an episode. The project is the brand, and that's fine, until the build stops being content and starts being your actual life, because once the cameras are off, you're not in a cinematic drone shot anymore, you're a guy lost in his own basement trying to remember which spiral staircase goes to the laundry room. Let's not forget the mudroom laundry debate. Commenters practically begged, add laundry to the mudroom, keep the farm grime there. Have separate machines for farm clothes and normal clothes. That's a great idea, but will anyone ever find them again in this maze of echoing hallways and spiral detours? Even older fans are chiming in, pointing out that the build feels less like an evolution of the family home and more like a complete replacement of the old one. The heart of the house, that cozy, classic CORNSTAR farmhouse energy, is gone. Replaced with concrete, angles, and steel, as one commenter said, the old house has become insignificant. You built a total new home. And that's the vibe. It's not nostalgia anymore, it's expansion. Now, don't get me wrong, the craftsmanship is solid, the ambition is huge, and the energy is impressive. But even the most enthusiastic viewers are starting to ask, when is it enough? Every few months, another section goes up, another foundation, another addition, another small change that adds 1,000 square feet. Then the spiral staircases show up and everyone collectively loses their minds. Because at this point, the house looks less like country dream and more like a cautionary tale in architectural overconfidence. And while we're talking about things mysteriously vanishing, that brings us to Roman. You might remember Roman from earlier videos. He was around during the build, showing up in the background, lending a hand, cracking jokes. But lately? Gone. The whispers online say Roman didn't want to appear on camera anymore unless he was paid. Which, to be fair, is totally reasonable. You help someone build a mansion, show up in their vlogs, contribute to their brand. At some point, you want your cut, no official confirmation, of course. But viewers noticed his absence, and it adds another layer to this too big to manage feeling around the project. It's not just the floor plan that's sprawling, it's the whole operation. It's starting to feel like the house itself is swallowing people. Roman, if you're watching, blink twice if you're trapped behind the second spiral staircase, because this build has reached the point where you half expect Cole to discover a new wing he forgot he built. You can almost hear future tour guides saying, and over here is the guest hallway, it connects to the gym, the theater, and several regrets. One viewer put it perfectly, this is the craziest build project I've ever witnessed, yet I'm still a fan. That's the paradox. We're all hooked. The chaos, the scope, the ambition, it's hypnotic. Watching this house rise is like watching someone try to speedrun the American dream with a GoPro. But that's also why the comment section feels like an intervention. People aren't hating, they're worried. They're seeing a young couple build something massive, time-consuming, and expensive, and wondering if it's sustainable. I hope you have a good financial plan for when the YouTube money dries up. It will probably be around the same time the farm economy dips. The concern isn't jealousy, it's pattern recognition. Big builds can become endless. Each new project needs another video, another expansion, another spiral staircase for content. But one day the algorithm shifts, and suddenly you're left with a giant house, 2 spirals, and a power bill that could fund a community college. And maybe that's the irony. The house looks impressive, but it's not the simple life the channel started with. It's not farm roots. It's not even farmhouse. It's YouTube industrial complex meets luxury real estate, disguised as rural living, which, let's be real, is kind of genius. It works. It keeps us watching. But it also makes you wonder how much longer this build can grow before it caves under its own weight, because at the end of the day, you can frame 1,000 walls, pour 1,000 yards of concrete, but you can't build peace of mind with spiral staircases. So next time you're watching the CORNSTAR Mansion's latest progress update, just remember, it's not a floor plan, it's an obstacle course. And somewhere out there, Roman's probably watching too. From a safe, flat, accessible house with regular stairs.